gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game. And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Houston's offense will go to work first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Right back to it. He breaks a tackle. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to adjust the pattern. To the air, it's McMillan. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Owl! And they turn it into a defensive score.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And the Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Takes the handoff. It's Sanford. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Houston wants to play fast.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong, the emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Pressure coming. Got his man downfield. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Cougars didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cougars. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, the clock has hit zeros. Here's a look at the big moment from that battle in the Pac-12.
So Rice's offense will take the field for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On the option. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. They bring the punter onto the field now. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. To the air, it's McMillan. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? They go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
The offense changing the play. On 3rd and long, he has to throw. And these two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to John O. Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Rice Owls, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Rice ready to kick it off and get this game started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cougars offense will have the football first. There are always butterflies to start a game, but when you have a rivalry like this, the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive, guys.
They aren't all the same. We say that, but we know differently. The blood is boiling. The temperature is hot. Jesse, you want this week more than most.
Yeah, we played in these games before. Everything just seems to be heightened, right? The game seems to be moving faster. The crowd noise feels louder. Your composure will be tested early in a game like this.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's McMillan. Makes the grab. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection. Now, I know you two never faced off against each other in an actual rivalry game other than the Thanksgiving morning turkey bowl. But knowing you two the way I do and the way you know each other, Jesse, what would you have done to try to throw Pollock off a little bit on a stage like this?
In our opening 10-play script, I would have had David Pollock cut blocked. Maybe even double-team high-low, chop blocked on every single play early.
Which is illegal. You don't. That's fine. That's fine. You know what? I guess in retaliation to that, he would have just roughed the passer over and over, taking the 15-yard penalty. That's what's fun about this, Reese. It's petty. It's sometimes it crosses the line of dirty, but that's why rivalries are so fun.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They'll run it. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They'll make the stop, but the chains will move. It's a first down for Houston. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. Softened him up with a run, now to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Hey, get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
He's got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. 1st and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
He wants to change this route. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
And That's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly, and you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Owls offense has the ball for the first time. And, David, we've got a quarterback today who's been known for making enough plays when his team needs them.
Yeah, and listen, he's a guy that this offense is built around him. But, Jesse, he's not the guy that's going to take over. He needs the running game to get going. He needs the passing game. He needs a little bit of balance. Really good football player, but he needs the help of the quality teammates around him.
Yeah, you're right. I think the one thing we've seen with this guy is he's got to get into a rhythm in games early, right? And so whether it's running the football or getting a few completions early to get his confidence going, because once that happens, he's very, very good.
He's in open space downfield. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Guys, let's chat just a little about Rice.
Great pickup on the defensive front. 3-star defensive lineman gives a verbal commitment last week, and you really need to bring good talent into the program. Maybe diamonds in the rough. At this level, that's how they thrive.
Oh, there's no doubt. And just some of these guys, they're not as refined, but they've got the tools, right? And so I think he's got the tools, and this is a guy that you can build around that defensive line. You need all the big bodies you can get.
Handoff to the fullback. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Wants to return it. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. It's in, completed. He's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Cougars are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wants to throw on 3rd. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. And the Owls come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Now on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for a huge loss.
Run it with the fullback. They stop him in his tracks, tried to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Buying some time. Going right and going deep. He's got it on the outside.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Houston going up tempo.
Really nice run there, picking up the first down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
Makes his man miss. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
They'll run it from the gun. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this.
He's going for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. No problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it at the 25. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. Once he got some room, it was over.
How about the bomb, the long field all the way across the field, big-time play, big-time throw, receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air, it's McMillan. Looking to buy time. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page.
Turning it on. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Houston. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
Yes, he's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And he'll just take in the end. This drive will start at the 25. Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The Owls have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. Goes to the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The give to the back. Powers through the defender. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and take it back. He's got great speed. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Quarterback strolling away from heat. Pulls it in. It's Sanford. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The Cougars racing to the line in the hurry-up. Looking downfield, it's McMillan. On the move to his left. Throws to the wideout. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking to scramble. Trying to breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
We've been talking about this Big 12 showdown all week, guys. Let's show you how things played out. LSU delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Baton Rouge. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout the SEC. This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake things up in the Big 12 standings.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Spears. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Right on the money. Good pickup there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. The short hands. It's Marshall. Turns it on down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Owls!
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Scanning the field, it's McMillan. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Behind the chains now on second and long. Making side adjustments here. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Grabbed over the middle, it's Young.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Cougars come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. Motion from the wideout. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Young. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Rifles it down the middle. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to start the second half. Houston will kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Rides the back and leaves it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run it from the gun. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Picks up the first down, still moving.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. The give to the tailback. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Owls come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. The give to the fullback. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Rice will be forced to send out the punt units. He's getting a lot of work, 4th time he's punted tonight. Fair catch is collected at the 24, and that's where they'll start this drive. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Looking for space, it's Sanford. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. And the Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. There he goes. What a play there, and he's got it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And you want to put a winning streak together like this team has? Run the football and create explosive plays. Nice job by the offense, showing the speed. How about the blocking up front? Everybody blocking, getting a hat on a hat, creating the explosive run.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Cougar! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Rice has the ball back, and they're ready to send the offense back to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back to this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looks it in at the 40. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Handoff from the shotgun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. They try to pop a run on the draw. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. Been showing them the run, now they'll throw it. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to throw, it's McMillan. Flips it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Cougars! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Rice takes over the Owls, ready to get that offense cooking again. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Rides the back on the option, the give. Got room at the 35. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds a man on the left. He steps out of bounds, and that'll be the end of quarter number 3. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. They'll run the option. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he'll be stopped for a loss. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Owls are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll leave it with him. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary.
Looking for the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Houston offense comes onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give on the option. Got enough for the first. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him.
Turning it on! Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. On the run, deep down the right side. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll run the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down. Rice will be forced to send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. They'll stop him right there, but it is enough for a Houston first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. They'll run it from the gun. And some room to work. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Send the tight end in motion. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The option look. Now the toss. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Huge play in the red zone. 3rd and goal coming up. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did.